What's up, you guys? It's your girl Tessa, and I am excited to be back with another technique video that I hope helps you guys with your Bible journaling so you can learn from my mistakes and not have to make your own mistakes while you're journaling. If you do not currently like and subscribe, go ahead and do so. And this technique will help you make your drawings easier because you don't have to use as much pen. You'll just see. You're just going to see. I promise you'll like it. It's going to help you. So without further ado, enjoy the rest of this video, and if you try this, let me know, and if you do this another way, also let me know. It's kind of fun to communicate, and so that way I can grow and you can too. So, enjoy. All right, so for today's technique, we are going to need just a scratch piece of paper to draw whatever you're wanting to put into your page, and then a normal pencil that you're going to use the graphite for. So I drew this little Volkswagen bug, and I think it's so cute. Not bug, I mean bus. And I drew it just on a separate piece of paper. I tried multiple times, different versions, what I liked the best. And then whichever one I liked the best, I cut out relatively the right size of it to check to make sure it fit in my Bible. Once I was sure of that, I took my graphite pencil and just went ahead on the back and scribbled in the entire back page of it full of graphite. And that's another reason why I like to cut it out. It gives you the opportunity to not have to color more than you need to. And so as you can see, I'm going to speed this up, but I'm going to color the entire back till it's fully filled with graphite, which this is just this easy technique that ends up saving you a lot of like ripped pages in the future and or making mistakes and having to erase them after. So once I'm done filling in the back, I'm going to put it into my Bible to make sure I like the size of it still, kind of place it where I want it to go. And I decided to put it in the center. I just thought it looked cute there, and I'll fill in some flowers with it later. But once I have it where I want it, I grab another pencil, and then I wanted my page. So my Bible, it's kind of a flimsy Bible. It's not a hardback. So I wanted to make sure there was something hard that I could trace up against. So I grabbed my normal pencil, and then I went ahead and traced over every single line that I had drawn, because whatever I trace over, it's going to transfer onto the page below. And I'm going to speed through this because you guys don't need to really see how long it took. This overall process of the graphite on the back to then tracing it onto the page took maybe 3.5 minutes, like not long at all. I'm definitely speeding it up though, so that way you don't have to see it. So I'm going to go over every single line. Sometimes in the past, I've used a different colored like pen, so that way I know, like sometimes I use a blue pen to go over top of it just to make sure that I got all my lines. And this is when you need to be the most intricate because you don't want to have to go back over and change a whole bunch of stuff. So I traced all the way through, making sure that I liked where I was drawing. There was a little bit of it that didn't quite fit, so I kind of went over the edge, and I'll erase that in just a second. But as you can see, it left a light sketch below, so I don't have to resketch anything onto this page. I get to leave it exactly how it is. I'm actually not even going to erase any of these lines in this journal because I'm going to watercolor over top of it. And that is the tracing technique. I'll show you what it looks like once I put watercolor on it, since it's such a light amount of graphite that I don't even have to erase any of my lines. You can barely see it. It's just a nice little shadow for you to use as an outline. I've done this before for words and lettering to make sure I like my lettering okay. I've done this before for other drawings, for just things that I wanted to put in there. And if any of you guys feel like you aren't artistic, something that you could do is print out a picture of, say, a Volkswagen bug instead of drawing it, and you could trace the picture and put it in there. So it's the same type of thing. On this side, I went ahead and wrote my prayer, and in this journal, I decided to draw a van to represent, obviously, the journey that the Israelites were on in the wilderness. And it's crazy to think that their journey was only supposed to take, like, legitimately probably 2 weeks. It ended up taking them 40 years because of their attitudes on this journey. And it didn't just affect them. It affected the next generation. And so my biggest takeaway from this is learning that, like, my attitude and how I handle this walk with God affects not just me, but those around me too. And your journey matters. And so that's why I decided to make a van, and I am making another video more about the heart behind this journal if you want to watch that later.